Good morning, everyone. Hello and welcome. This is our what are we doing, y'all? Sorry, it's so early. It's 10:16 a.m. here. Uh I guess that's not that early, but we're doing the week ahead reading, part of my official Deviant tier. September 18th through the 24th, we're gonna work with the Metamorphosis Oracle. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun. And this is made public in honor of Elisa, my friend Elisa Soul Kisses. It's sponsored by her sale, her event once a month. You know, she sponsors these videos so I can share with more people, with everyone in her sale and everyone who may be interested in her sale. So the link is in the description. Check it out if you're not there already. Hello, Cora. Hello, Diane. Oh my gosh, good to see you. Good to see your name. But yeah, y'all, this is just very laid back, very chill. We're gonna see what is in the collective for the week ahead, and you know what we can do about it. So just make yourself comfortable, express yourself as you desire, and if you want to comment, comment. If you don't, take notes. But right now, take some time to ground and center. Take some time to focus on your breathing. Take some time to just tune in with yourself. In psychic training, well, hey, Corey, good to see you. Happy Sunday. Uh, in psychic training, they always they impressed upon us it is important for us when we do anything of this nature to ground to center, but also to bring ourselves back into our body. So focus on your wherever you are, your present time, your present location, your present atmosphere. So ground and center in that space. Place yourself in your own body. I know it sounds weird, but you know, a lot of times we live outside of ourselves. So be in this moment and just call in when you're ready. Call in your spirits, your guides, your gods, your allies, your ancestors, whoever, whatever you connect with. Call that energy in. Allow it to impress upon you. Allow it to inspire you, to motivate you, to help you get the most out of this adventure we are about to embark on. So yeah, just be in that energy for a moment. And when you're ready, all right, when you're ready, go ahead and comment or write down the first one or two numbers that sort of tickle your dominant psychic trait. So whether you see it, you know it, you feel it, you hear it, whatever it is, one or two numbers, 1 through 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Go ahead and comment or write it down. Again, like I said, it is your preference. So, again, you can comment, you can engage as much as you'd like, or just take notes. Be present with yourself, and you don't have to comment because I know sometimes we don't want other people to see what we're doing, especially when we're talking about the subject matter that we're talking about. So that's cool. All right. So one or two numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. And recognize as well that all 5 cards are part of our reading. So all 5 cards are part of the week ahead, right? All 5 cards are a part of this collective energy. The card that you choose or cards that you choose help take this sort of collective generalized reading and make it a little more personal for you. It's not a one-on-one reading, but it helps it to make it a little more personal. So those 2 cards are going to have dominance in your week, and the other cards will act as supporters, right? So just stuff to pay attention to. So 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, and let's just get into it. All right. Ooh, all right. So card 1 is the color black, absorber. Card 2 is Virgo. Interesting. Card 3 is rings. Card 4 is red. Card 5 is the queen. And we'll talk about each card and blend it all together as we progress. So let's start with card 1, y'all. And just express yourself as best as you want. Or take notes, write it down. So card 1 is black. Hello, Pam. Welcome. Uh, Black, an absorber. So we have banishing, we have powerful magics, we have secrecy, allure, channeling, what lies beneath. So when the color black comes up, this is the energy that sort of is activated. So this week we start with black, banishing, secrecy, allure, what lies beneath. What does that say to you? How does that make you feel? What pops up for you? I feel again, this is initiating a new week. We recognize, like, you know what, if we want to go into the week with a freshness, right, with newness, with just doing better, we are being given the opportunity to start it by releasing the week prior, or releasing the months prior, or the years prior, just releasing, banishing, letting go of thought programs and patterns, and anything that is holding us back from creating something new, creating something that feels better. Does that make sense? And so it's time for us to recognize what it is that we actually want to be doing in our lives, right? So what lies beneath the surface? What are my actual wants, my desires, my needs? What is happening under the surface? Yeah. And what do I need to, like what is tugging at me to go back to it, that I don't want to go back to? And what am I moving towards? What am I walking towards that is supporting, that is loving, that is encouraging, that is something that is uplifting, that I want to be a part of? In order for me to create a better week, I have to let go of the previous. I have to choose to do my best in disengaging from patterns and habits and things that prevent me from living better for myself. Again, I can't tell you what living better is for you, but you know what that feels like. You know what that may mean. So it's up to you to discover that, right? Let's see. I like the flow. It's like casting out and cleaning up and making space to pursue your passions and really get things going. Exactly. Absolutely. And that's just with card one. It's like, okay, here's this absorbent energy. And it is time for us to really claim, like, this is my life. This is what I'm going to do, you know? So let's just, move on, get some more information a little bit. And so card two is Virgo. Card two is Virgo. Virgo is the purist, right? Virgo is the purist. Clear. So clear, dutiful. I don't know. Precise, efficient. Virgo can be petty at times. Virgo can be petty at times. That's okay. Sometimes we need to be petty. Um, Prudish at times. Sometimes it could also not be the other extreme. So Virgo, the purest, clear, dutiful, precise, efficient, sometimes petty and prudish. Um, it is also associated with Earth, right? The Earth element. And Virgo's ruled by Mercury. Yeah. Mercury, funnel, Mercury, retrogradish vibes, right? So Virgo is ruled by Mercury. And so we know that's important right now, because if we are going to set up boundaries, right? If we are going to enforce things, we have to be very clear. And it's not just telling someone, "Oh, don't overstep this boundary I have." Don't. We have to be clear with ourselves. Like, that's the thing that's like popping into my head right now as I'm talking about this. Like, it's right now, with this week ahead, it is very focused in on being clear with our own headspace, with our own mind. Sometimes it's easier to tell someone something, but if we don't believe it, if we don't feel it, if we don't really embody it, then of course they're not going to respect that, right? It's kind of like when people have kids. You're like, no, no, don't do that, but you just let them get away with everything. And you don't, like, you say, no, you can't do this, but then you let them do it like five times out of six. And so they know that they can push your boundaries and get away with it, right? And in your head, you're just like, man, I'm over it, whatever. But as it is manifested in your reality, it's much more serious. Does that make sense? Let's see, releasing, letting the shit go, the end of a cycle, things coming to the surface, acknowledging past hurts, but not dwelling on them. Yeah. And so with Virgo, card two, we recognize it is important for us to be clear with ourselves. We want to be clear. We want to be precise in how we handle things. So let's not get caught up in the messiness of life and know that we can be efficient if we're clear with ourselves first. If we understand like what we want, if we understand what's tugging at us, like what's pulling away from whatever is going on in our life, when we understand what is actually happening, and then we come up with some sort of plan, and we are clear as to like what we stand by, who we are, what we want to achieve. When we are clear, like, what, I don't want to I don't want to invest into these unhealthy patterns anymore. I don't want that. I recognize that I'm going to struggle with this for as long as I struggle with this. And I recognize that this is a lifelong journey that will be activated or whatever. And I'll have to say, you know what? No, not for me. But I recognize that this is something that I'm going to move forward with, where I say no because it's not right for me. I don't feel good about this. And so let me be clear to myself, this is what you have to do. This is what you will do. And anytime something like that comes up, anything that tugs at us, like wants to take us to a space we don't want to be in, no, thank you. I appreciate the invitation. I appreciate whatever, but this is not who I am anymore. This is not what I want to be. And it's not a judgment on you. It's just more of a discernment for me. Like, I am moving in a different direction, and I don't want to be around this. This doesn't make me feel good, right? Virgo, perfectionist, grounded, clear, concise, intentional actions, deliberate intention, yes, and words spoken. So, let's just get a little more information, shall we? So, card three is the core of the reading, and that's rings. And rings are like commitment. When two become one, when things are merged. Rings is associated with a union of sorts, kindred, right? Likeness, beauty, and luxury. What does that say to you? I think that rings is at the core of the reading here to remind us what our commitments are. What are your commitments to yourself right now, to your life? Like, what's the first thing that pops into your head? What are you committed to doing? What is it that you want to do? Yeah. Don't focus on what you feel your obligation should be, but what is, like, when you think of rings, like what you want to commit to create something for your week, right? What's that? Focus on that. What comes up? Make that happen. I like rings at the core of this because this also makes me think of relationship stuff, not just like love, like intimate relationships, but relationships across the board. The way we handle, the way we communicate, the way we interact with other people, our body language, everything. So it's time for us to it's really time for us to focus on, again, what is it that we enjoy? What is it that we want to bring about? What do we want to commit to so we can really make it happen? Okay. So just a little example, to hopefully put this into perspective and let me know if it does or if I'm just like cray cray. But what was that? A couple weeks ago, my friend Jade and I, we've been training in a specific astrology for about 2 years, let's say, with a specific person, right? And the certification for year one was coming up to being like, okay, you need to do this, or you're not going to get your certification. So black, banishing, what lies beneath. I had a lot of like imposter syndrome. I had a lot of like fear. I had a lot of doubts in myself. I'm like, I don't know. I'm not good at this. I can't. Like, I don't think I can do this. Like, I'm overwhelmed by this. And I'm like, no. Then she decided like she's gonna do it, and I think we're both competitive. We're definitely both competitive. Like, if she's gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. Like, she can't get the certification out. Like, she can't get the exam done before me. Oh no. But we also help each other, so it's not like, oh, you know, it's a healthy competitiveness, and because we push each other, we encourage each other. So black, it's like, okay, you know what, let me get outside of myself, let me banish the negative programming, let me put that aside, because I love astrology, I love it, I want this, and I know that I'll be good at it because I enjoy it, you know. So let me get to the core of it, banish that stuff, and then apply myself. Virgo, clear in my head. I'm clear. This is what I want. This is what I want. This is what I want to do. This is what I'm going to invest in, right? And then, boom, efficient. We're working together, not like giving each other the answers, but like, this is what I see here. This is what I think. And then, we're motivating each other to do and to pass, right? And then rings, like when two become one, it's like likeness, like this friendship, clear as to what we want, but it's also more than that. It's like I am committed to passing whatever it takes. I'm committed to understanding the information, the data, so I can pass, right? Does that make sense? And so that's how all three cards so far interact. It's like, okay, I am committed to this, to my mission. I'm committed to what I love. I need to set aside that doubt. I need to set aside that fear. Like, you don't belong here, because I know the most important thing is what I love, right? What you love, what you enjoy. That's the most important thing. So set aside that doubt, that fear that is going to prevent you from moving forward. Banish it. Don't just set it aside, like kick it out. Yeah. Discernment. Yeah, Virgo screams discernment and doing the healthy things with the rings. It speaks to the commitment to do the things. Yeah, exactly. So it's like, what is healthy for you in your situation right now? This week, it's going to invite you to start creating healthier situations for your life. And I cannot tell you what that looks like for you specifically. I wouldn't even imagine to do it. It is up to you. Like, what what is important for you? What is healthy for you? What are you doing that is not really excuse me, what is not really healthy for you, that's preventing you from achieving what you want. Time to say goodbye to that. Banish that and start being clear as to why you are doing that. I am banishing, I am letting go of this because I want this, and this is what I'm moving towards, right? So let's just get a little more information, please. Y'all, let me know that you're here. Let me know that you're alive and you're hearing me. Go ahead and comment. Thank you. So card 4 is red. Force, red and force, seduction, warmth, bloodlust, kink, sexual, primitive, attraction, and mastery. I like red and force because, it gets the blood pumping. Oh, hello, Chris. Is that blue? Is that blue purple? I love your hair. I love your jewelry. I got distracted. Oh my gosh, it's so gorgeous. Well, thank you. Oh, good. Okay. Oh, good. Well, hello, Polly. I love your branches. Oh, it's blue. Perfect. Oh, I just love her. So red and force. I really like this because it's like get the blood pumping, and what is it that like? What do I feel on a deep level that I really want to achieve? That I really want to plug back into? Like this week. This week really is about bringing that life back, that spark back into. You can't see me, but I'm snapping. That spark back into your life, your instead of being like this bystander, you have to be an active agent. You have to be very active in your life. You can't allow other people to run your life for you. You can't allow Do not allow anyone else to decide for you, because this is your life. They will decide based on their life experiences. They're not you. They can't create for you. They cannot manifest for you. They cannot invest for you, because you have to be the one deciding for yourself. So get back to that. Find your strength in yourself. Find your strength in your headspace, in your mental space, and figure out what is important to you. Yeah. So red and force, there's this mastery. Like, what do I want to accomplish? And it does not matter what that is. Don't base your decision, oh, well, they're going to astrology training, I need to do that to be an astrologer. No, not necessarily. You don't have to do what other people are doing, and um don't feel inferior based on what other people do. No one is going to say you, but exactly. And that's okay. So with red, there is this sort of like seductive energy because I feel like when we are on point with ourselves, like when we feel empowered, when we feel good about the decisions that we are currently making, when we're in our own right, that's a very seductive energy. That makes us feel very sensual too, and it's powerful for us because we feel good in our life, in our body. And so it's important with red. Red allows that sort of like willpower. Red allows that sort of it's time to get up off your butt and do the thing. So let me ask you right now before we go to the last card, but let me ask you, what are you hovering over? Like what are you not doing that you know you need to be doing? And it's more like a need want. Like you are not doing something, we are not doing something that we want to be doing or we need to be doing um for fear of something. Red is like, oh no, this is force energy. This is like get your blood pumping energy. Let's do this. Let's go. So red is like, we're not going to stay there. We're not going to be like doing like the little Eeyore, right? We're not going to, yeah, that's not us. It's time. So just take some time this week to meditate on what that is for you. What would you like to accomplish? Be very clear about it and come up with a commitment. Come up with a plan. Banish the stuff that stands in your way. Let go of the old doubt. Because you know what? Believe in yourself. You don't need anyone else to believe in you. You need to believe in yourself. I mean, I believe in you. I know you're capable. Absolutely. But what I think doesn't matter. It's what you think. That is what matters most. Diving deep into my witchcraft, I need to make more time and do this. Yes. Yeah, it can get overwhelming. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things to do. But yeah, do it. Like start somewhere, Start somewhere and just do that. Yeah, just you don't have to even do it like every day. Just do something and commit to doing that. Like let's say once a month, or if that's too much to start off, like every 3 months, right? Do something and then start adding on a little by little. But yeah, that's the thing. It's like we don't have to do all the things at all times, but it's important for us to keep active. Being impulsive passions, being present in every moment, being aware of your wants and desires. Jess, yeah. I like that. So let's just take a look at the last card and blend this together. Thank you so much for showing up and being here with me. I really do appreciate it. We have the Queen, the lone wolf, at the end of this. This is very interesting. So the Queen, lone wolf, authority, caution. It's another power card. There's power in this week. Power, importance, guarded, psychic, new skills. Interesting that new skills comes after mastery, right? Mastery comes after commitment. Commitment comes after being clear. Being clear comes after banishing. Do you see a flow? Do you see the flow? Because I see a flow. I see a connection. Um, so the queen lone wolf. What does that say to you? How does that make you feel? We have authority, caution, power, importance, guarded, psychic, new skills. New skills. I like how I like the process of these cards. So with the queen this week, right? We are being given this sort of opportunity to reemerge. We are being given this opportunity to understand that we are the royalty in our own lives. We are the editors of our lives, the creators, the directors. We are all of that in our life. And lone wolf, it's we are individuals. We need to remind ourselves of that. Like what I'm getting here, and you can let me know if this makes sense or not, but what I'm being told to share is that you we are all individuals, and so we need to base what we want on what we want for ourselves and not what other people tell us we want. You know how like people will be like, "Oh, by the time you're this age, you need to have like this heteronormative relationship and be married and have like a dozen kids and all that stuff." Not if you have a dozen kids, it's cool. I'm not saying that's gross. I'm just saying, for me, because no, mm-mm, no. But you know what I mean? It's like you need to be doing this. You have to have a career. You have to, and all of these things people tell you, society tells you what you should do, what you should have, what you should want. And it's like, but what do you want for yourself? What is your passion? What is your like lust for life, your love for life? What is that? What does that look like? Yes, hello. Exactly. um, do what makes you happy. Absolutely. Absolutely. And so, the queen, lone wolf, it's like this is where it's important to break the chain, y'all. We just finished watching Devil in Ohio on Netflix. Oh my god, that was a mind something or not or other. But yeah, so maybe that's why I'm thinking of cult stuff. But break the chain, y'all. This is where the lone wolf comes in. It's like, okay, what do I want for myself? What do I want for me? What are my wants and needs, and not based on if I am a husband or a wife or a parent of some sort. What do they want for me, so I can serve them? And no, 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 no. It's what do I want for myself to serve myself? Because when I serve myself and I take care of myself, I am better able to create and share with my world. Am I making sense? So with this queen, find your lone wolf. Find your own thought process, your own life in that sense. Because when you care for yourself, when you feed that wolf, everything else gets taken care of as well. But when you starve that wolf, when you neglect it or negate it, when you don't give it the attention it needs, the fuel it needs, then eventually we snap. Eventually we become like a robot or a zombie. And we're not living our life anymore. We're not creating our story anymore. We're creating a story based on what other people want for us, you know? And that's just boring. Queen taught you learning something new. Your path is unique to you. We don't have to do things the way others do. Embrace what is right for you, not societal norms. Exactly. Exactly. So, what do you think of this? What do you think of this week's reading? What do you make of it, like as a whole? So, this week, okay, I feel like it's important for us to really get to the core of our commitments. Like, what do we want to commit to? So, that's the rings. And what is it that we want to what is it that we want to maybe develop? There's new skills here maybe. What do we want to master in our lives? Do we Oh my gosh, also the Great British Bake Off. Oh, y'all, baking show, whatever it is, on Netflix. I'm obsessed. I can't eat any of that stuff, but like I'm obsessed with them. Like I want to bake, I want to learn how to do all this great stuff. Is that a new skill for you? Maybe. If that's a new skill that I want to do, pursue. Sorry, I was looking for the word. Then I have to commit to that. Oh my gosh, I love it too. It's so wholesome. I love it. I don't know. And then I have to be clear. Yes, you want to do this, so make up your mind, do this, and start applying yourself. And banish the hesitancy, banish the friction, banish the thought processes that get in the way. Let it go. Let it go. But it doesn't look nice. Who cares? You'll get there. Maybe. You know. So this week, okay, we are being given massive opportunity to grow, and to channel ourselves. And I think that this reading fits with Elisa's theme, her event, transition, or is it change transition? And there's something else, and I can't remember what it is. But yeah, it fits well. So think about what you want to create in your life right now for yourself. Think about what you need to commit to, as well as what is preventing you from getting there, like the mental stuff, right? Maybe the physical stuff. Maybe it's a physical thing where my body is getting in the way because maybe I can't. Maybe I need to build strength. Well, cool. That's information. That's data that I can work with. Let me learn how to build some strength. Yeah. Um, Let me figure out what I need to make this happen. Then let me reverse engineer it and let me be aware of like the mental faculties I need to invest in to get there, as well as the spiritual faculties and the physical stuff, all of it. And let me banish the doubt, the self-doubt or the fear. Let me release that and let me keep being clear in my space, my head, right? My environment. This is what I want. This is who I am, and let me do the things to make that happen. And let me commit to this. Let me commit to this and let it bring that sort of life back up in me. Let it activate that life for me. And then the queen, I have authority in my life. This is what I want to do. And I know that as I pursue my happiness, I get to share that with my world. And that just that is the gift that keeps on giving, you know. And if these are new skill sets that I want to learn, oh my gosh, how exciting. It really is. Let me do that. Okay. So, with that being said, y'all, that's our week ahead reading. I like that. I like it. I think that it gives us some stuff to work with. Definitely meditate on it if you'd like a little more. But thank you so much. I really do appreciate each and every one of you for showing up, for communicating. I love when we are able to go back and forth. So yeah, thank you so much. And if you haven't already, go check out Elisa's crystal sale. You might have noticed that I'm not commenting as much in there. It's not because I don't want to. It's because we're having like Mercury loves me. You know, Mercury loves to love me. You know what I mean? Because I can't see any of her posts. All I see are like posts that don't require me to comment on. And once in a blue moon, a post will pop up. Yeah. So that's why I haven't commented much this go around. We are in retrograde vibe. So yeah, but go check it out. And if you want to know something about a crystal or something, you can tag me. You can tag me, and I think I should be able to see it. I hope. But yeah, thank you so much. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. And yeah, if you want to see more of the dailies that I do dailies almost every day. You can find me on Patreon. Absolutely. Again, thank you. I appreciate you. And I wish you the best week possible. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for all of us. So I will talk to you later. Take care.